friends! So my parents didn't want me to be a stereotype, the one where black people don't swim. My mom didn't learn herself until high school, and I think that her embarrassment of having to learn to bob her head underwater in the shallow end while her classmates did laps is exactly what propelled us into the membership office of our local community pool. But you know, I am my mother's daughter, so I did everything that I could to avoid learning how to swim. I would pitch every kind of fit about going to swimming lessons, so much so that my parents had to bribe me with Beanie Babies if I could get through a class without crying. I was so timid about having to breathe, or that I couldn't open my eyes underwater, or trying to figure out how to swim in a straight line, that I got held back a level in swimming lessons. So during the pool's annual 4th of July party, I was just soaked through with dread. There were contests for the kids all day with fabulous prizes like a candy bar or $1 entire dollar. And to win, you had to do things like swim the furthest underwater without coming up for air, or collect the most diving rings off the bottom of the pool. These are not things you will find within my particular set of skills. My brother was just picking up free ice cream sandwiches left and right, but I was that kid just clinging to the floating lane line all morning, damp and sad. Towards the end of the afternoon, they announced a different kind of contest. Hula hooping. Now, I may not be a strong swimmer, but your girl is a hula hoop master. While most kids just couldn't keep a steady rotation going, I could do every challenge they threw at me. Hula hoop while walking, hula hoop while walking backwards, hula hoop on one leg, hula hoop while turning in a circle, hula hoop while jumping up and down, until finally, I was the last kid standing. I won. I was the hula hoop champion. My mom, by the way, won the adult division of the hula hoop challenge because of course. So recently, a colleague of mine at work was giving me some advice about how to feel more confident in my job, which was not to get so anxious about the things that I don't know how to do, but to instead focus even more energy on the things I do best, to double down on my dopeness. And that put me right back at the 4th of July pool party, because as long as I tried to be a great swimmer, I was always frustrated, always coming in a little bit behind. Sure, I had to learn to swim enough to stay safe, but as soon as I realized that my talents were outside of the pool, I wasn't the worst swimmer anymore. I was the hula hoop champion of the world. Or, you know, one pool in one particular neighborhood in Wisconsin, but it counts. So in the comments, I want to know how you double down on your dopeness. What's the strength that you have that makes everything else that you do a little bit better? If you liked this video, you can subscribe if you're so inclined. You can also find me on all my social medias in the links below. And I will see you next week. Bye!